This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. It's Thursday, January 27th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, News 25 has learned that there is a lawsuit involving Front Sight Firearms Training Institute located near Pahrump and is leading to a change in policies and benefits for its members.
The suit involving Front Sight's owner, Dr. Ignatius Piazza, and a loan for facility construction and expansion has been going on for at least 4 years. Piazza says the lawsuit is impacting its over 250,000 members, according to his 15-page letter informing them as to the immediate restructuring of the business that has changed its policies and procedures and imposed immediate additional fees to members. Piazza writes that Front Sight has never defaulted on the construction loan agreement that he signed in 2012 with the Las Vegas Development Fund and President and CEO of Kenworth Capital, Robert DeZubla, and his wife, Linda Stanwood. According to court documents, at that time, Piazza was pursuing a loan for an ambitious expansion project that would transform Front Sight into a resort destination, complete with timeshare condominiums and a full-service conference center. After he failed to secure a traditional bank loan, Piazza explored higher-risk options and ultimately agreed to work with plaintiff DeZubla, who represented that his team could raise $75 million from foreign investors if Front Sight paid upfront installments to cover expenses. By 2015, the amount DeZubla thought he could raise had decreased to $25 million. 1 year later, he loaned Piazza about $6 million to get the project started. The loan agreement was subject to certain conditions that DeZubla and Stanwood allege Piazza breached in multiple ways. Las Vegas Development Fund filed a notice of default in September 2018, and Piazza then sued in Nevada to prevent foreclosure on the Front Sight property, among other relief. Shortly after Las Vegas Development Fund recorded a notice of default on Piazza's Nevada property, DeZubla and Stanwood began receiving what they called disturbing visits at their California residence from two men who claimed to be private investigators. According to plaintiffs, the men spied on their home, snuck onto their property to take pictures and videos, and yelled threats when plaintiffs confronted them. The next month, Piazza published a manifesto characterizing DeZubla as an enemy to Front Sight. This emergency action alert was posted on Front Sight's website and emailed to its members. The alert appealed for monetary contributions to Piazza's so-called litigation war chest and published the couple's home address, pictures of their house, and photos of the pair. Piazza says in his restructuring letter that he was conned out of money by an attorney who posed as a legitimate businessman. He says that DeZubla made false promises and never intended to loan him the money for the expansion. Late last year, Piazza was pleading for members over and over again to help him fight his enemies. He says that he did not have enough members participate to finish the fight. The restructuring letter is on our local Pahrump Facebook page, along with a Facebook group link regarding Front Sight's lawsuit and court documents. News 25 contacted Front Sight about the lawsuit, but they declined to comment.
Well, there is a Facebook page addressing the people that are complaining in this case, and it is called the Front Sight Lawsuit, and you can look that up on Facebook. Detective Harry Williams with the Nye County Sheriff's Office says that he is looking into this matter and has opened a case. He'll be collecting information and evidence and submitting it to the Nye County District Attorney's Office for their opinion on this matter, if it's criminal or civil. The case number 22NY-0297. If you would like to contact that detective, you can call him at 775-751-7000 or email him information at hwilliams@co.mye.nv.us. You can find out more information on our Facebook page as well. And two people are fighting for their lives after being critically burned Wednesday afternoon. An explosion triggered a fireball and fire at a residence on Kellogg Road here in Pahrump. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis says while they're still investigating, authorities suspect illegal activity may be to blame.
Our closest station, station number 3, is literally down the street. And as soon as they pulled out of the station, it had heavy fire conditions. They arrived on location and did a quick scene assessment. At some point, it was determined that there was 2 critically injured burn victims. As I arrived on location, I assisted with the providing the care and getting the resources there for the burn victims and also adding Mercy Air to the assignment. Both patients were transported from the scene level 1, which means an emergent, to base 21, where they met Mercy Air 21 and 24, and those patients were flown to trauma. The last status I had was that both were in critical. One has immediate life-threatening injuries, and the other one is critical but stable. Regarding the fire, it was a defensive exterior attack, significant fire load. There was 2 single wides attached to each other, forming 1 single residence. The area of origin was in the 1 single wide that was completely destroyed. The second one had some fire and extension damage, but the remainder of the structure remained intact. There was also propane located in this particular area, but absolutely the onset of this incident was the result of an explosion that resulted in an ensuing fire. The investigation is underway. We have the Nye County Sheriff's Office, the Deputy State Fire Marshal, and Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue in that investigative effort. There is a general thought that this might have been an illegal operation involving extraction of oils from marijuana-type products. And it reminds us how dangerous those types of situations can be, because it introduces potentially dangerous and flammable vapors that could result in explosions that have occurred across the country. So if this is the case in this particular incident, we have to be extremely careful in what we do as far as our responses and our methodologies on how we're going to handle those types of incidents.
Well, if you look online at honey oil explosions, you can find some additional information and even previous news stories regarding how dangerous that activity can be. There's a lot happening at Poof Dirt Farms here in Pahrump. Kozu and Mike May are not only growing a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, but they're also helping ex-inmates learn some important life skills.
So Poof Dirt Farms, the name of the Poof Dirt is very common term in Pahrump. You know, all those, when you step on it, poof comes out. Yeah. So instead of building a raised bed garden or spending thousands and thousands of dollars bringing garden soil, we decided to use a native soil and then amend it to grow whatever we eat on the ground, and the native soil of the Poof Dirt.
This is recycled, upcycled material in the form of housing for our birds, like our turkeys, chickens, ducks. Everybody lives in downtown Cluckshaw. Our first generation livestock, the goats here, are for milk and cheese production. We're also breeding them.
And soap.
And soap. We do a whole bunch of things, holistic medicine, healing stuff here with herbs and all kinds of stuff pertaining to our livestock. The goats will be here breeding for future generations. The turkeys, we have a couple of protected species here. We're going to be breeding them in the spring and beefing up our numbers. We have meat bird production, but on the whole, we like to be self-reliant. We've got the Zen Garden, which is a controlled environment that tests the efficacy of our fish emulsion. The Zen Garden is where we took the emulsion and really showed people, hey, look, with very minimal amendment and a nutrient regimen, you can grow all kinds of crazy cool stuff year-round. We work from Elko to Laughlin, and we are the first delivery service of its kind. So you can go to our website, which is wigglerarmy.com, 24 hours a day, and order live bait that can be delivered to your door. Meanwhile, that whole process is wrapped into our ecosystem as one of many ways where the environment here overlaps. Novum U and the Thriving Warrior program, we recently got involved with them. These guys come to our farm. They learn the fundamentals of farming, self-reliance, being more independent, and eating healthy. They are pivotal in what we do, just like our role in their existence is pivotal. They'll come on any given day. We'll be working in the farm. We'll be working in my fab shop, welding things, learning life skills and trades that can then be transitioned into independence, self-reliance, and forms of revenue for the guys.
Poof Dirt Farm has been very informative. It's a priceless experience. Kay and Mike, they're great people.
Lovely people.
It's like a little slice of heaven being here. It's really, like I said, it's been very informative. It also has taken me out of my comfort zone, which is it's great. I've been curious about Pahrump, but sometimes, you know, the stars align and they get you places that you never know how you're going to get there. And so through Novum U and Mike, Poof Dirt Farms. They're giving me an opportunity that's priceless, and I'm just glad to be here.
Much more News 25 on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
Welcome back to News 25. If you are a tattoo artist or body art professional, the Health District is proposing to combine 2 regulations into 1 regulation that governs the sanitation and safety of body art establishments. Proposed revisions will reflect the Nevada state regulations addressing invasive body art that can be found in Chapter 444 of the Nevada Administrative Code and improve the public health of Southern Nevada. Most of these changes are addressing some of the COVID-19 protocols and our housekeeping items to better clarify exactly what type of body art that these are pertaining to. For more information, you can go to KPVM's Facebook page, or you can even go to the Southern Nevada Health District's website. Well, last week, the Southern Nevada Health District received 120 treatment courses of the COVID-19 medication Paxlovid and began offering the treatment to patients who test positive or symptomatic over the age of 65 and meet the criteria for taking that medication. Today, accessibility to treatment is being expanded to include people 12 to 64 years of age with a positive COVID-19 test who are at higher risk for severe illness. People in this group must also have symptoms of COVID-19, and those symptoms must have started within the last 5 days. A complete list of conditions included in the criteria is available on the Health District's website at snhd.info/Paxlovid, or just go to the Southern Nevada Health District's website. Well, life can be stressful, and we all know that, and many of us head straight to the kitchen to cope. But not all foods are created equal. Erica Foreman has more on stress-busting snacks.
If you're stressed and looking for relief in the kitchen, be sure to snack wisely. Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Susan Albers says some foods can be calming, like mandarin oranges.
Not only do they have a great dose of vitamin C, which we need when we're feeling stressed to keep our immune system up, they're also a little bit sweet, they're very portable, and they are low in calorie. Also, as you unpeel them, make sure to take a nice deep whiff of that orange. Studies have shown that citrus aroma is actually calming and soothing.
Pumpkin seeds, which are packed with magnesium, are another stress-relieving snack.
Magnesium is really important for helping to relax and calm our bodies. Studies have shown that people who have low magnesium actually have higher anxiety level.
And if you struggle with emotional eating, just 2 Brazil nuts each day may help.
They are full of selenium. And selenium helps to regulate our thyroid. And our thyroid runs everything in our body, from our temperature to our mood to our sleep, and also our metabolism.
If stress is keeping you up at night, Dr. Albers says tart cherries or cherry juice may help ease your mind.
Drinking a glass before you go to bed can be really helpful in helping you to get to sleep and also reducing that inflammation in the body.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
Well, Dr. Albers says adding cinnamon to your food can help regulate your blood sugar, and its scent may make you feel less stressed, too. News 25 will return with your Medical Minute after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, many young athletes work hard to perform at peak levels, and recovery plays an important part in allowing them to be their best. In today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, Dr. Michael Taylor explains how his team can help.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Taylor with Spring Mountain Medical, your hometown health and wellness provider. Today I'm going to talk about helping your athletic teams maintain peak performance. Young athletes feel more pressure than ever to maintain peak performance in their athletic competitions. With scholarships and professional dreams, they push themselves to their limits. As important as practice, routine, nutrition, and strenuous workouts are, recovery is equally critical to performing well. Our bodies need rest, treatment, and therapy as much as they need to be broken down and built back up in athletic pursuits. Our teams of providers have several customized solutions made just for you that help you heal, recover, and perform at higher levels. Come see us so we can help put you on track for your best health. I'm Dr. Michael Taylor, and this has been your Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
Thanks so much, Dr. Taylor. Well, most of us carry around some pretty important data on our phones, so it's important to have a backup plan. Today, our go-to guy, Josh Osborne at Great Computer Deals here in Pahrump, has some tips.
Hi guys, Josh Osborne with Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial, viewer question edition. One viewer asks, how do I back up my phone's data? Great question, but I won't be able to give you step-by-step instructions on this one. I will say this though. Most smartphones are either iPhone or Android, right? So if you have an iPhone, you're gonna wanna go into your settings and search iCloud Backup. This will allow you to choose what gets saved and when. Pictures, songs, videos, etc. Now if you have an Android phone, there are a couple options, but the easiest is to download and use an app called Google One. This app lets you choose what gets backed up and when using an online storage location called Google Drive, which comes free with every Google account. Keep in mind that some of these options will cost a yearly fee once you require a certain amount of storage space. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Thanks so much, Josh. Well, today, Save a Pet, we join Darby once again inside the cat room at Desert Haven, where she introduces us to Raja.
This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Raja. Raja is a 6-year-old female domestic short-haired tri-color kitty. Beautiful kitty, very, very talkative. Minute you come into the cat room, she's trying to get your attention. Beautiful gold, greenish colored eyes. She's very interesting because she's mainly white, and she has these beautiful, like kind of like a tortoiseshell type head where it's like has that light beige gray color and black. Just so friendly and sweet. She came in as a stray, so she's just looking for her forever home now so she can get lots of love. If you want to come and see Raja or any of her friends here in the cat room at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call at 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Raja.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look just south of the KPVM studio here on the south side of Pahrump. And it's a beautiful day out today. We'll have more about your weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and it's time. It's weather time. Let's take a look at this gorgeous map, shall we? A lot of 48, a lot of 46, a lot of 48, 46, 48. It's a checkerboard up and down from Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all the way down to Goldfield. And then Beatty's breaking out of the pattern, and look at you go, 62 degrees. Amargosa, our hot spot in the state today at 67 degrees, and Las Vegas, not close behind, but close behind, 62 degrees. Death Valley's feeling pretty pleasant at 75, but here in the Paradise Pahrump, let's take a look. Current temperature, 56 degrees. I'll get my big head out of the way, and you can see that we're heading down to a low tonight of 29 degrees. A little bit chilly, a little bit humidity, 13%. That's qualifying as bone dry. It's starting to feel like a desert again. How about that? Sunset this evening at 5:05 in all its majesty and glory. It'll be up again tomorrow at about, I'm going to say 6:56. Let's call that. 647. Oh, I was really close. A low of 31 tomorrow, but a high of 59 and sunny skies. It's going to be a beautiful day with just a little light wind out of the north-northwest to 5 miles per hour. As we head on into the week, what's the story, morning glory? Well, we got sunshine on Friday. That's pretty good. Saturday looks like a little bit of cloud cover, and then Sunday, just the nicest day all week long. 64 degrees for a high, sunshiny. Temperatures, the wind in the single digits, and that's going to be followed by a couple days of cloud cover approaching and winds along with it. 13 mile per hour winds, gusts probably in the 25, 30 mile per hour range for some of the days on Tuesday, Wednesday, but looks like sunshine on the other side. On the end of the week, not too bad. Temperatures sneaking down with all that wind into the mid 50s, but you know, it's still January. What do you expect? It's going to be pretty wonderful. All right, make plans for all that wonderful, and here's back to the desk.
All right, thanks so much, John. Well, that is going to wrap up this edition of News 25. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna.